Welcome back to Ask Allison. Here is today's question. I write to you in total confusion about where to start. I'm about to sit for my LCSW exam and have always dreamt of immediately starting a group practice. But I've only ever seen advice on how to shift from individual to group practice. Am I crazy? Is there a way to start a group practice from the start, from ground zero? What are some first steps? I don't know where to go with this. So first, I'd like to thank Therapy Notes for sponsoring us. They've got you covered in terms of practice management system for your group practice and for your solo practice. You should check them out. So people do start group practices fairly soon after they start their own solo practice. I personally wouldn't recommend hiring anyone until you have a consistent flow of referrals, though. The idea of being responsible for someone else's livelihood and not being clear on the number of referrals that you get in a week sounds like a ton of pressure to me. I would, however, set the business side of your practice up as a group practice from the get-go. So getting a group NPI number if you plan to take insurance or give clients super bills, come up with a group practice name and go by that from the beginning. Find an attorney and an accountant that you like who have expertise in this. Invest in leadership training. One reason Abundance is so successful is because leadership and mental health is so piss poor, and people are like, F this, I got to get out of this toxic place and start my own thing. So the skills that make us great therapists do not necessarily make us great bosses. I recommend a program like the Abundance Party to learn how to get clients in the door. And then once you understand your practice's pace and you feel like you can provide for another mouth to feed, I'd recommend investing in a program like the Group Practice Exchange. They've got a membership called The Exchange. And oh my gosh, it's everything. It's all the paperwork, it's the structure, it's the hiring, it's the growth. I'll make sure that I link to both of these in the caption. And sometimes people will say, well, it's okay. Like this person says they don't mind starting part-time when they're talking about a new employee or contractor. And I'm going to recommend employee over contractor. That's a whole other conversation. But sometimes people are like, oh, this person doesn't mind starting slow. The people that you want to work for your group practice are people who are going to be like they want to do a good bit of work. I'm not saying work them too hard, but having somebody who wants to do like 5 hours a week is going to be tough to build a practice because it costs a lot to have an employee, period. The space that you're paying, all of that. So it's going to complicate things because you're going to have to hire more people to fill the space it's just more, just trust me. So the people who are like, yeah, we can take it slow, it's totally fine. I would make sure they're in a particular life circumstance, like maybe they're coming back from maternity leave or something like that, where they are going to want to ramp up more, but enough people struggle hard enough with getting enough clients for themselves that it can feel really scary when you have the additional pressure of filling somebody else's practice, essentially, in addition to yours. So that's my 2 cents. Take it or leave it. I hope that helps. And yay for being one of the good group practice owners, one who treats their employees well and keeps things healthy. If y'all have questions for Ask Allison, please DM me over on Instagram. I'm at abundance_practice_billing.